Hi everybody, this is the baseball. Hi, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, this was a very interesting game the Mets play against the Marlins. This offense was pretty much dead in the water most of the night until the ninth inning when JD Martinez hit the first walk-off home run of his career. I was amazed to hear that statistic, that quirk of his career, and he hit it off of Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott, obviously, as you know, according to what was said during the game, he pitched on Monday, and he pitched 2 innings. He got 6 outs. So obviously, the extra innings, the extra pitches, probably affected him in this ninth inning. Be that as it may, that's not our problem. That's the Marlins' problem. Mets won 2 out of 3 in this series. This was a win they desperately needed to have, obviously. You don't want to lose 2 out of 3 at home to one of the worst teams in baseball and the Marlins. And we know the Marlins have given them all kinds of fits the last 25 years. And I said this in other videos, they're a pain in the ass. This is their World Series when they played the Mets. So the Mets were able to get this win. This didn't look good the ninth inning, I got to be honest with you. But, like I said, with Scott having pitched to 6 batters on Monday, you could tell he was in trouble because obviously he walked the leadoff batter, and that is always the recipe for disaster for any pitcher and any team when the leadoff batter gets put on base for free, and that's what happened. I would mention that Brandon Nimmo did not have a good at bat in the ninth inning. He's really searching. It's probably the worst slump of his career right now. But Martinez had a good at bat. He had good at bats all night. He got the second hit in this game. And this obviously in the ninth inning, this was the second hit that he got during the game. He's been excellent. I mean, we complained about all the stuff that the Mets haven't done right over the last 2 years. But he's not been a problem. I mean, he has come in here as advertised. He's been great on the bench. He's been great with the players, his teammates. He's been getting big hits. He's got 6 home runs now. This guy he's worth his weight in gold, and he is a great hitter. And I said this prior to the Mets signing him, that guy has good pitching, and Tanner Scott is a good reliever. He's not some run-of-the-mill guy that he couldn't get anybody out. This guy is a good reliever, and all likely he's probably going to get traded at the trading deadline. People like him a lot. He's got a good arm. He's got good stuff. But he didn't really have it tonight. But like I said, Martinez hits good pitching. And this is just another example of that. Now, Luis Severino had an interesting night. He walked 3 batters, I believe. Gave up 1 run. He was very good tonight. He's done a good job as well. I mean, that's the other guy that's really performed well for the Mets. And can't really say anything bad about him at all. And he gave up 1 run in 6 innings. Obviously, the real issue in this game was the Met offense. They had the bases loaded in the 7th inning, and Starling Marte grounded out into a double play, and then Juan Vientos grounded out the 3rd. It was just a disaster. I mean, that 7th inning was basically everything that's been bad about the Mets over the last several years, in terms of their offense in particular. But, like I said, the Mets got the walk-off win. Martinez, that guy is great against these good pitchers. And he showed it again why, I wish they'd gotten him a few years ago. He would have made a big difference even at his half with his bad back 2 years ago. But he's here now. And the Mets are now 7 games under 500. They're going to be going up against the Padres this weekend. The Mets have struggled against the Padres over the last few years. And the Padres have played well at Citi Field. So that is something to keep an eye on this weekend. I would hope the Mets can take a series against the Padres. But like I said, the Padres have played well against the Mets. And historically, they have just in general played well against the Mets. And I'm a little concerned about this part of the schedule. Now, next week, the Mets will be playing the Rangers on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then they go to Chicago. They play the Cubs. So the Mets have a very interesting stretch of games after tonight. 9 games going down against some teams that they've struggled against, teams that they played, that played well against them. The schedule is not nearly as bad as it was in May. The Mets got slammed with the schedule in April and May, and they played poorly in May, as you know, 9-19, which has put them in this deep hole. Now, this, like I said, the 7 games under 500. I would hope that they take the series against the Padres, and then they go against the Rangers. Obviously, they won a World Series last year. They got a lot of cachet, gravitas. The Mets have to go face them next week. And obviously, the Cubs are the Cubs. All those are day games, I believe. And at Wrigley Field next week. So we'll have a really a fun week of baseball. A lot of interesting things to talk about. This was a good win. This was one of those wins the Mets needed. It would have been very difficult to do a video for you and not be pissed off. Because I was getting to that point, folks. Watching this 9th inning, I was like, man, they got to, find a way to get this win. And they didn't, but then they got it. So I didn't have to go, off the rails and go crazy. I'm glad. I don't want to, again, like I said, I hate doing that. But this was a good win, especially when it seemed like they were going to lose the game. There's nothing better than wins that you thought you were going to lose and you win it. And this was a situation tonight where it looked like they weren't going to make it tonight. They were going to sputter out of, basically out of gas, and that was it. But Scott hung a slider, it had nothing to it, and Martinez just absolutely crushed it. I knew the second that ball, he made contact, that was going out, just based off of his reaction and the sound of how the crowd was. And the crowd was basically dead until that 9th inning, by the way. But thank you for watching this video. It was a good win. And, of course, I'll have plenty of stuff for you to watch, plenty of shorts, plenty of everything, really. And we'll be back on live streams maybe tomorrow night and maybe after the game on Saturday. So thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later. This is a little add-on. I forgot to mention it. Edwin Diaz came into the 9th inning and pitched really well. He was throwing really hard. He's still searching for his command, but he pitched much better. He looked much, much better than he had, obviously, before he had that injury to his shoulder. So I just wanted to mention that. I didn't want to forget how important that was. And he is very important to the Mets' success. As you know, if he pitches well, the Mets are going to win. So that's how important he is to this team. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.